Hello, how are we doing, YouTube? Let me go ahead and zoom you in. Hello, hello. I hope everybody's doing well. I didn't see the flip unless it happened right as I was coming on. So let me know if the audio was okay. I never know. I never know what's going on here. So let me know how things are going. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Janessa J. Champagne, and I'm North Dakota's trash queen of glam, geek, and gore. And of course, we are doing Wacky Wednesday. Hello, Janet. How are you doing? We are doing Wacky Wednesday, and so we're doing colorful foundations. And today is metallic. Now, I did mention in several lives metallic gold, and that's going to be the base of it. But I do have, because I am a monster, because I am who I have multiple metallic foundations. So I do have, these are from Indie Beat Cosmetics, which is no longer around. I think they were in some sort of transition, but we'll see if they ever reemerge. We do have the gold foundation from Indie Beat Cosmetics, but we also have a silver and we have a pink that are all metallic. Then Sunset Makeup, excuse me, their pretty girl, their main rival also came out with three shades. Hello, first last, how you doing? Is the audio wonky again? Yeah, so it did the thing again. So the audio is going to be a little wonky. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sunset Makeup did three colorful foundations, and they did red, green, and blue, which I love. Now, this look is very much going to be in the spirit of like Dion when she does troll play, because I have an idea. I didn't have an idea until literally like 5 minutes before I turned this camera on. And I have an idea that I think either could be kind of whimsical and sort of fun. Hello, CJ, how's it going? Or it could be terrible. It might be terrible. Let's just be ready. Let's be willing and able to believe that it could actually be really, really terrible. But we're going to try it. We're going to have fun. Hello, CJ. Nice to see you. We are going to try it. What I want to do is I want to do the look pretty much only with foundation because here's my idea. I want to do something that's kind of clowny, that's maybe a little bit doll-like. Ready for my comfort makeup ASMR. Hello, everyone. Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that my braying donkey voice is somehow comforting to you. I appreciate that because I always think I'm a little bit ridiculous. But we are going to do gold foundation. Dropping things. And then we are going to do, I thought for the highlight, I would use the silver. For the blush, I would use the pink. For my lips, I'm going to go over it with the red. And then I've got green and blue. I'm going to do blue for the eyes. And then I was like, depending on how it mixes with the gold, it may turn kind of green anyway. So I was like, I've also got this green if I want to do that. And then I'm thinking about doing, I want to see how that looks. We'll see how that looks, how it all comes together with just the foundations making the main parts of the face. And then we will see about maybe, I thought about adding, I don't have any black liners, but I'm a monster. I know I plan these things that I know I don't have things for, but I could use like a cake liner because I was like, maybe I'll just do, or I could use a pencil. Maybe I'll just do like big black liner, like maybe big wings, and maybe even draw like big lashes and then do like a big lip liner and make it very clowny and very kind of avant-garde and weird. It's probably going to look weird. It's probably going to look terrible. I don't know if it's going to look as good. Good. I'm glad this is a comfort place for you too. So let's just get started putting the only thing I have on right now is primer. It is a little bit shiny. I did use the Made by Mitchell Glow Goo in peach something, peach pearl. And I put it on extra thick so there's a lot of like, because I was like, this is a metallic look. It can be a little bit shiny, a little bit sparkly. So now let's go ahead and start by putting down a base of this Indie Beat gold foundation. Let's see. Hey, finally waking up to get up. Hello, Dion. Welcome, welcome. We're glad to have you for Wacky Wednesday. I was telling them that this is going to be kind of a troll play kind of experience. I have an idea and I don't know how it's going to go. So we are just going to try it out. And you know what? If it doesn't work, it's just makeup and we wash it off and then everything is fine. The world doesn't end. We don't, the earth doesn't stop spinning and we don't go flying off into space. It's just makeup. So we're going to have a good time. Everybody's saying hello, hello. Love that. So this is the Indie Beat Cosmetics. I do hope they make a comeback. I did kind of like them. And at one point, there was something on the website saying that they were going to be back soon under new ownership. And then now I think the website is just offline. And so I'm a little scared for Indie Beat, but we shall see. This gold is very sheer. Very sheer. Yes, a troll play kind of look. Oh, I'm definitely getting some stinging around my eyes. Don't love that. Also, if anybody has any ideas or suggestions or requests, hello, Don. I'm trying to think of what the Wednesday lives in August are going to be, and I have not come up with any fun themes. Now, I don't know if it's just because I've been using these colorful foundations, and I don't know if my skin is kind of reacting to the colorful foundations, but my skin has been a little bit rougher than it usually is. And I was like, well, maybe it's because I've been painting every single week and painting with these colorful foundations. So I wouldn't mind if they weren't all like if they weren't all doing looks, we could have some kind of more like the pride chat or something if there's something that we want to talk about. Instead of always doing makeup. If there's any suggestions, then let me know. Shame on you. Oh, shame on who? Let's see. Oh, yeah, stinging in the eyes. Don't love that. It can go on with a nice coverage, but then the minute you touch it with the sponge again, it definitely shears out. So, like, if you want to make sure it's really even, you probably want to shear it out and then put on another layer. But just in the spirit of it being such a pain in the ass to put on. I hope your eyes aren't burning too badly in there. Yeah, usually it stops pretty quickly, but I definitely, with some of these colorful foundations, I start to get like a burning sensation, just like a light burning in my eyes. They start to maybe water a little bit. Okay. A little thick. And I don't know if I should like set it with some setting spray. Oh, yeah, that's my eyeball is annoyed. Ugh. If it gets too much worse, we may have to do. I've said that weirdly it was the yellow of the sunset makeup as well. Um, so there could be a pigment in the yellowy, goldy kind of shades that annoys me, or some ingredient in those. Um, but like all of these colorful foundation brands, they always say that you can use it just like you would use your regular foundation. And I take my regular foundation all over my eyes. So I've never had a problem with any, I don't think I've ever had stinging or burning from any of my foundations that I've tried. Only from some of these colorful. So I don't know if there's something, and it's not the metallic specifically because it happened with the yellow in addition to the gold. I'm convinced now that if I try not to put the, yeah, I would definitely steer clear because I usually don't have reactions to any foundations like this. And it's, sometimes I look in the mirror and it almost looks good. And then I look up and I'm like, what is this? Hello, Alex. How's it going? Oh, once I kind of get this face evened out. Oh, and we should get the ears. Golden eye. I have kind of a soft spot weirdly for Bond. And I love Bond themes. Goldfinger. And there's two with gold names, and I started saying Goldeneye, which is not the one where Tiffany, whatever her name was painted all gold. Packing for the beach. Oh, I love that for you, Alex. That sounds like fun. I avoid the sun at all costs, but I let me tell you, I had the one time that I gave in and had like a real big like super beach day. I was in the Philippines for a work trip, and we went on this weekend excursion and we swam with whale sharks and did this whole thing. And then there's this area near the whale shark attraction where you go and they drive you out on a boat to this like sandbar, and then you have like a couple hours out on the sandbar and you can kind of be in the ocean and whatever. And then they take you back, and it was just it was lovely, but it was so sunny, it was so hot, it was so bright, and I got so burnt. Like I had put SPF on, and I had put it on a couple times during the day, but I apparently did not reapply as I should have while I was in the ocean and playing around. And so I got so sunburnt across my back. My whole upper like back of my shoulders and everything was basically like one big scab, like one big blister. And like one time I was laying in bed and I shifted and I could tell that I had like popped it. I'm sorry if this is gross for some people, but like it popped and my pillow and my sheets were wet, like wet. And I was like, oh, this is gross. And so basically what I had to do for the rest of I was there for another week. And when we came back from that weekend, that Sunday night before work again, I had an appointment at the hotel spa because I decided I was going to go to the hotel spa and get like a massage and whatever. And she had to massage me while I was like burnt to a crisp. And so I was just like, it's okay, just don't touch my shoulder. So I was like, you can do the rest of the massage, but I was like, just don't touch my shoulders. And the rest of that week, I had to sleep. Before I would go to sleep, I would wet like a bath towel and put it on my shoulders and then just like lay down and try not to move. It was so terrible. Let me see. Let's see. Na, na, na. I'm packing for the beach. We're leaving. Please take more of it off your lids. I'm feeling your burn. Yeah, it's starting to calm down now. I may still go in there with a little bit of a clean, with a cleaner thing, but it was 102 today, hoping the storm comes by. We had some rain, which was nice and cooled it off. I could cry. I'm so excited. I bet 97 here. Hey everyone, don't forget to thumbs up. Thanks, Dion. Thanks, Don. We couldn't go. We could go last year because my grandfather. Whoa, couldn't go last year. Okay. Oh yeah, could not. See, I can't even read right now. 79 here. Thanks to storms yesterday, my SUV is sparkling clean. Love that. Alexandra Witch Beach. Ouch. I got second degree sunburn. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And then when it was done, the next drag show that I did, somebody was like, they were like, you have beautiful skin. Like your shoulders look so soft. And I was like, oh, honey, honey. I was like, my shoulders look really soft and beautiful because I burnt it down about 3 layers of skin. So I was like, that's just because that's all new skin that never existed before. And so don't envy my lovely shoulder skin because it was not worth the ordeal, let me tell you. Okay. I feel like when I look in the mirror, it looks a bit more even, and then I look up at the camera and it's looking kind of janky. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this metallic. Again, we're going to go in kind of layers, and I want it to look kind of like janky clown robot-y kind of. This is so weird. I have no real plan for this, but I do have a little bit of a plan, but I don't know that it's a good plan. But I would like to have. I don't think we want to powder it though, because I don't have. Glisten now does have a couple of metallic setting powders in their Spectra line. my gosh, it's going so fast. Let's see. Ouch. I had a second-degree sunburn when I was 20, and that was the last time I ever got sunburn. Yeah, I try to avoid the sun anyway, but you're going to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Nice. We love that soft and raw. Exactly. Brand new layers of skin. Yeah. I'm excited for you, Alex. That's a wonderful vacation at a great beach. I can't go in the sun at all because, oh, yeah, I bet that's oofta, not good. DIY dermal, but yeah, oh, it peeled. It peeled. And it peeled like, again, kind of gross, but like it was also very satisfying of like once it like was less blistery and was dry, like I could peel big sheets off, like and a whole bunch would come out and it was like a little, like sometimes it would be like the size of a makeup wipe. Like it was crazy because it was one big piece all across my back and my shoulder, even though I had like a tank top on in the water, but like it went right through the tank top and was just like my whole upper back was just. But I had played I was laying in the water, so the sun was beating right down on the back of my head and on my back, but I was laying in the water but up onto the sand and like digging through, and I found so many shells and like beautiful pieces of like broken like coral and stuff that I snuck home. I don't know if I was supposed to, but the airport people didn't catch me, so I brought it home. Okay, there we go. Maybe we'll leave that as the base now. Anyone ever done? I have not done those foot peels. I would love that. DIY derma peel. I see these people a shade of lobsters in my skin. Yeah. And I remember, I mean, to this day, I see people that are very, very red from a sunburn, and I'm like, I know that feeling. Like it just hurts. Anyone ever done those foot peels? I haven't tried those, but they look really interesting. And my friend Angie has done them, and I think she said that they do peel like that, and it's like over a few days. It's really weird, but she said it does really kind of work. So okay, let's just do a little onto the neck. Again, I'm not going to get too invested in doing the whole neck if I'm not even sure that this is going to work out. So we'll keep going. Not me, Don. Haven't done a foot peel. Yeah, I have not tried one. All right. So what we're gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna do kind of like some very graphic, just like using the other foundation. So I want to I'm gonna take some of the hot pink foundation, the like pink metallic. If I can get this out again. I don't know if I should look for different shapes of sponges, but basically, I just want to see if it works to like where blush would be. And I want it to kind of blend. So I don't want like sharp edges, but I also want it to stay very pink. Or at least an area of it to be very, very pink. So I need to make sure that I'm kind of layering it. Okay. It's this eye in particular. I'm going to wipe off the lids a little bit. See if that helps. Although I'm talking about going in with the blue. Um, Dion, I'm accepting enough in life. Know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I feel bad for people who want to go in the sun and can't because I just don't want to go. And so I recognize that there are people who would love it and just cannot. And I'm just like, if I could trade with you, because I just don't like it. Like, I don't even like a sunny day. Like, even if it's a nice temperature, I don't even want it to be, I want it to be just a little bit cloudy. Like, I don't want direct sunlight. Because I can actually take a hotter temperature if I would rather have it be a little bit hotter and not sunny than have it a little bit cooler but no clouds. Like my perfect is like 65 and cloudy with little like sprinkles of rain from time to time. Like that's kind of my perfect weather. And so I would love that all the time. But if I could have like 75 and cloudy, I would take it because I don't want to go. Yeah. Know what you mean. You're welcome. Let's see what happens if you go in the sun. 60s is my yeah. I love 60s. Is the perfect temp. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Oof, a sensible. Yeah, a sensible 65 degrees. Exactly. That's what I need. I am too. I need hoodie weather. I just need hoodie weather all the time. And the problem with North Dakota is we don't get enough hoodie weather. We get like cold hoodie weather where you don't have to get out your like full jacket yet. But I want where it's just like cool and you can just wear a hoodie and be comfortable. Our fall and our spring go so fast and they slide right into winter and summer. It's bizarre. This Ms. J, because this sucks and you don't want it. No, that's. I would just give you the ability to go in the sun. That's all I would give you without harm, except for sunburn. And I used to tan. I used to love it when I was a kid. I something changed because I used to tan in like 5 minutes. I mean, I used to be brown sugar so fast. I loved it, and I loved tanning, and I had my cute little legs, and just like, and now like the days of my cute little legs are way over and I don't really tan. I burn, and then it sometimes will lighten into maybe a little bit of like a tan, but oh, I started not exposing skin out. Yeah, I don't really wear sunscreen, so it's probably good for me that I got over my my liking of the sun fairly early. I don't hate that. I don't hate that little blush moment. I don't know if it's exactly what I had in mind. Now, is the silver going to work as a highlighter? That's the question we have to ask. That I don't know. That I don't know. Is it going to work as a highlighter? Let's try it. I mean, it's a troll play kind of situation. We should probably just give it a shot, right? We should just give it a shot. I go straight. Let's see. I go straight from pale to blisters usually. Oh no! Oh, for not that long, just a few minutes. I'll be sick for about 2 days. Oh no, that's awful. I tan super quick. I avoid the sun as much as possible. Yeah, I used to love it. I used to love it. Huge bag of sunblock and first aid stuff. Yeah, I was set because I loved being in the water, and so that was the thing. Is like it's not so much that I loved the sun or I loved heat, but hot times were the times that I could go in the pool. And as a kid, it was much easier to get to a pool and go to a pool and all that kind of stuff. And so I just really loved it. I'm trying to put down. Oh, here's where it might go wrong. Let's see. Silver, I don't think is really wanting to. It's making a little, maybe looking a little highlighty. Yeah, that does sound awful. Walking the yesterday's storm barefoot. I saw tan lines on my feet for my flip flops. Oh, yeah, that does not sound good. I can get overheated pretty easily, and like it'll make me kind of sick for a little while, but I have to have quite a bit more exposure than that. I mean, that's that's a highlight line. That's quite the line of highlighter. Is that gonna maybe fade out a little bit? Just a little bit. Let me also then go back along the edge with the pink and just see what happens. Kind of go next to that. Like I said, I didn't go into this thinking that I knew it would work. So if it's a bit of a disaster, I will not be mad. But does that look at all like a highlighter? Me too. I love water. My mom had lupus. Oh no, I've been tested for different disorders. Oh, I love being in water. I've been thinking about how I can do that. Yeah, I love it. So he said he loves your bike. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. We're still adding, so let's go ahead and add some silver highlight on this side. I just kind of thought about like the Wizard of Oz, how the Oz books, they find those like old TikToks or whatever they call them. And I thought, what if one of them was a drag queen? Okay. Although the Tin Man wasn't technically one of the TikToks. He was magically enchanted to be a Tin Woodsman. Let's do a little bit of just a hint of the pink on the nose because I know I love to do a blushy nose. Oh, let's see. Get a wetsuit. Ooh, I thought about it. I do go outside when it rains. It's usually really overcast. And so, yeah, I love being outside or like near the outside when it rains. That's my favorite. I love it. There are better snack opportunities under an umbrella. My real, absolutely. I hope your testing goes well. Yes, I definitely hope your testing goes well. I hope you find some good answers and that there are some remedies that will help attached to that. Because I know sometimes it's bad enough not having information. And then when the information is, well, there's not much we can do, it's very disheartening. That sounds awesome. Yes. Walking in the rain does sound lovely. I don't know about this. I don't know about this. Okay. I'm just using the back of my hand as like a big palette because I don't necessarily want to wipe any of these off because I may need. Oh, that's right. These sunset ones are super liquidy. Oh, I forgot already from last week when we did the red. Maybe one of these like spiky. Because what I want to do. Is it Crazy Robot? Ah! Oh, and then it's all over my teeth. Okay. Okay. Gross. Okay. Is there a way that we could do that without pushing it into the mouth? Because I had an idea that maybe I would go around with like a lip liner afterwards and try to like make a shape. What is this look? What is this look? Okay. Do I have lipstick on my teeth? Do I have teeth on my lipstick? Oh, it's been frustrating even just knowing would be good enough. Yes. It was cold pelting rain, CJ. The first few seconds were shocking, then it was rejuvenating. Yes, I love that. Yeah, it's and I want the lip to go up a little bit. What am I doing? What am I? There's no adult steering this ship. Ah, itchy. Okay. Dion, that sounds great. Reminds you of two things right now. I can only imagine. I'm like some cross-dressing Howard the Duck. What character has these lips? I can't remember. The Joker? Okay, I have to wipe this off my hand because it's getting to be too much. It's a little bit wasteful, but I don't know that I'm going to use these all the time anyway. So Howard the Duck. If there's a puddle, I jump in it like a little kid. So much fun. A cartoon character. There's something. It kind of reminds me, not the gold skin, but like The messy lips. It reminds me of the chicken lady from Kids in the Hall. Do you remember the chicken lady from Kids in the Hall? She was so funny. Okay, let me get rid of those. What color eyeshadow should this creepy Crossy have? Should we have blue or green? I think we're gonna go with blue. Let's start with blue and see what. Let's just start and see what happens. Let's get some blue. Oh yeah, this blue. These sunset makeup metallics are very liquidy. It definitely impacts what I'm thinking about doing. So now we're going back to the eyes. What are we doing? What are we doing? The family hooker clown who has yet to learn how to do makeup. Yeah, it's something. It is something for sure. Am I pretty? My eyes are not burning with this blue so far, so that's good. It definitely feels like horror movie ready. Like there's definitely a horror movie starring whatever this is. Whatever this is. A Cure CD cover for the original Cyberman costume from Doctor Who. Yes. Sketch Janet. I love it. It looks fun. Rob Zombie. Yeah, there's something. It's like a metallic gold. Whatever happened to Baby Jane Hudson? I've written a letter to Daddy. His address is heaven above. I've written, Dear Daddy, we miss you and wish you were with us to love. Instead of a stamp, I put kisses. The postman says that's best to do. I've written a letter to Daddy saying I love you. Who's gonna have nightmares tonight? The House of a Thousand Corpses, which I didn't finish watching. Captain Spaulding, yep. For those characters at all. Okay, now I'm scared. Please make that a short. Oh, that was creepy. Yeah, that was. Oh, that was something. Okay, do we have enough blue on the eyes? It's looking pretty good, but it's not super even. So I'm just trying to like spread out a little bit more on this side. And get the shapes. Well, they don't have to be similar. I mean, my shapes are never similar, and this seems like the time where it really doesn't matter. I tried to watch it. Yeah, please make that a short. I agree, Janet. That needs to be short. Yeah, I might try to post it on Instagram. I don't post shorts on here because, unfortunately, with my website, there's no way to just pull over certain parts of your content. If you set up an RSS feed to your YouTube channel, it pulls everything. And there's no way, I've researched it, and there's no way to make it only pull certain things. And so I don't do it because it messes up the look on my website, but it would be a fun short. I haven't seen those movies by like Rob Zombie as a musician have some of the figures or diorama for diorama purposes. So here's the thing. I don't mind Rob Zombie, but I will just say if you are uncertain about love, I will just say find yourself a man who loves you the way that Rob Zombie loves Sherry Moon Zombie. Because that woman, she may be a lovely human being. She may be the most delightful person on the planet. She cannot act her way out of a wet paper bag, and he casts her in every movie that he makes. Like he loves that woman. So find somebody who loves you. Okay, now I'm gonna try to like make a lip shape out of this with a pencil. Oh, well, now I'm just gonna have a mustache. Okay, half of a John Waters mustache. Oh my god, and it doesn't want to sharpen either. Zorro, yes. Let me see if I can. Well, this is not better. This is not better. Oh no. Oh my god. Okay. I mean, I haven't done pencil brows for a long time, but maybe we'll do just like a couple. What is this? What is this? What is this? Hello, Tiara. Um, I had an inspiration in my head, sort of, and it's not really looking like the inspiration. It's hello, hi Earth. Hello, hello. Yeah, Tiara, it's we're making a weird nightmare creation. Let's try to go. This feels like it might be wet still. What? You like put a ton of foundation on and didn't powder or anything and it's still wet? That's crazy. Let me. What is this? What is this? There's a Zorro comic called Man of the Dead where he wears the Calavera Day of the Dead skull in place of the mask. And people are saying hi Earth. Did I miss somebody named Earth? Tierra, first, last. I don't, or is it just displaying as High Earth to me? Because I know sometimes that happens. I don't, High Earth. I don't know what's going on. Let me grab a little bit of the Spectra set in blue. This is the darker of the blues. And let me just do the lid. Because I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to try to. I was thinking about drawing some lashes. This feels like some sort of horror character. Or some sort of like. This is a horror character. Just High Earth on your end. Yeah, it just says High Earth on my end. It's auto translate. Oh, okay. Gotcha. That makes sense. Whatever foundation and powder pudding I have made on my eyes. Ouch. Oh, and then the product fell out, and then I'm just scratching wood against my eyes. That's fantastic. Ugh. Okay. Well, I don't think that's going to work the way that I think it's going to work. So let's just make this really deranged. How else can we make this really kooky and deranged? I mean, I guess the good news is that I don't have to worry about trying to film TikToks tonight. Because we are certainly not going to be um, recording TikToks like this. This is a no. I do have some Slay Fire glitter here that I pulled out. I was like, the unibrow. We could do another unibrow. Got a little bit of glitter. I mean, I know that we don't scrap looks, but this feels like it has kind of reached its natural conclusion. So do we wash it off and do another one? Like, is this done? And it was like, okay, this was an experiment. And then now we create another look. Do we do another look? It also, there's little remnants. The coloring is totally wrong, but there's something just with the big eyes and the sunken, the blue makes it look very sunken. It's like, it looks like the gentleman from Buffy. But like the gentle woman. What wig would I use with it though? I don't, yeah, I don't. I have a couple wigs nearby. We could do a. Hello. Have you heard the good news about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Ding dong, Avon calling. Oh dear. Oh dear. This has to go. This has to go. Okay. Well, I mean, we tried. We swung. Not everyone can be a home run. Not everyone can be a home run. Yeah. Let's go ahead and take this off. And then, because we've only been here 43 minutes, so we might have time to do some other kind of look. Let me see what we can do. Let's grab some blend money. Hello. This turns a very strange color. This is almost hello, Grace. Maybe you caught the very end of it, but we did an experiment and it didn't really work out. But now I look sort of like a bronze statue. Oh, there we go. Let's get this off my hands, first of all. That's the worst part about oil cleansers. They do really work, and I do have to admit that I kind of like them. But the first whole like makeup towelette goes to just getting the gunk off my hands. says that's best to do. I love whatever happened to Baby Jane. Just tried the Megan the Stallion perfume yesterday. How was it? I saw that and I was like, I'm not really in the market for a new fragrance right now, but I was kind of interested. It sounded kind of good. This has just been a horror movie nightmare the whole time. And now, like half wiped off, it's like, hello, hello, can you hear me? Don't go in the basement. It's a very, very horror movie coded. I wear the Navitas pistachio perfume to work today. I love that. Anita Bryant. Couldn't think of her. Oh, the orange juice lady. Yes. It was a little bit Anita Bryant. Ugh. Oh, now I want pie. Oh, that's where my brain goes. I think of Anita Bryant. It just makes me want pie. Okay. And the lingering bits of that like bronzy color just make it look like my face is really dirty. I saw a review on that, the cool bottle, right? What kind of pie? Oh, I like pie. I am a fan. My favorite, I love a good pecan pie. I love a good pecan pie. You gotta heat it up. You gotta put ice cream on it. It's fine by itself, but if you want the elite experience, you have to have it hot and you have to have vanilla ice cream on it. But I love a pecan pie. I love a key lime pie. I love a coconut cream pie. I don't really love like fruit pies. Like they're okay, and sometimes I like a strawberry pie, but like most of the time, like I don't prefer like an apple pie or a peach pie or blueberry pie. Like I don't want like a real fruit center kind of pie, but I love like cream style pies. Oh, any of that kind of stuff. Dawn, shush your mouth. Pecan pie is delightful. Pistachio lotion on. Ooh. Chess pie, anyone? I don't know if I know what I know I've heard of chess pie, but I cannot for the life of me think of what it is. I'm assuming it's got black and white layers because that makes sense with chess, but I do love a chocolate silk pie. And I'm still mad at Perkins. I'll be mad until the day I die that they got rid of their Heath silk pie because that was phenomenal. Love it. Love it. Love it. I love Kentucky pecan pie and key lime cheesecake. Ooh. Cheese pie? I don't know if I've ever had cheese pie. I've always heard that putting like a slice of cheddar cheese on apple pie is supposed to be really, really good. But I already don't prefer apple pie, so I don't know. Cheesecake's cousin, but with a crust. Interesting. Amazing sense. Do I want to do? My face is so angry with me lately. So I'm like, do I want to try to do another look? Let's try to do. Maybe we won't do a. We won't do an eye look or anything over it, but I just kind of want to play with the foundation. Maybe we'll do that because next week is pastel ombre, and so I'm like, this should be like a dry run for that because I have 6 colors that I want to do in kind of like a gradient. So maybe we should try out like a gradient sort of thing. So let's try that. Keep coming up with amazing scents. Dawn, I always appreciate that no matter what is going on in the world, no matter what is happening in a video, are ready to talk about fragrance with anyone. You are just ready to like bust out, which we always say you should do some content. And I think it sounds like you've got some fragrance content like ready to go. Just saying. Just saying. Shade of Trump. Oh, no, certainly not Shade of Trump. This is red. Um, I don't have any shit stain sort of foundation shades. So I don't think I can do that. I appreciate the suggestion, but no. So now let me do a little bit of gold. I'll keep that sponge. And eventually we'll mix a little bit of the gold and the red to try to get maybe a little bit of an orange. Orange. Oh, or just smack it right into the red. That's another option. What happens if I mix them? Do they become like a red or like an orange? Because I don't have metallic orange. Okay, you get down. Clearly, I'm like, nothing matters. We're just playing, so let's just make it messy. I think I'm blending too small of layers, but I do like that. Check some of your stuff. Great work. Keep it going. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Today was a bit, we're having kind of more of a playful day. And the first look that I tried did not turn out at all. So now we are just kind of playing with a rainbow gradient. Let's see. I mean, it's kind of fun. I maybe this last time around, I didn't get enough of the yellow in there, so it's starting to go a bit more. But you know what? We can always go over that again. This is kind of a fun little ombre of just these two shades. It didn't turn out how you planned, but it was a look. I loved it, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it was fun for a second. Like it definitely, if I was doing like some sort of creepy sort of thing, I would definitely be like, this would be great for like a haunt or something like that. But it did not. I had such an image in my mind, and that was absolutely not the image that I had imagined. Oh, and then it was the gold foundation that made my eyes water earlier, and then I put the gold foundation right back on top of the eyes. So that's clearly we're making great choices out here in these YouTube streets. You evoked so many. Yeah, I evoked so many other images. I evoked so many. Some of you, I probably have evoked some nightmares for you. I'm sure tonight when you try to sleep, some of you will see my face singing the I've written a letter to Daddy song. And for that, I can just say, you're welcome. Ooh, I like that gradient. Hello, squirrels. Squirrel. Consonants were hard there. Hello, Squirrel Swamp. Hello, how are you doing? I'm actually really liking how this is coming together. Sandalwood. Ooh, I love that. Yeah, it's shaped like a flame, Dawn. Very creative. Ah, oh, let's see. Let's get a couple more. I'm going through the sponges today for sure. Oh, now for the green. Now I've got in my head as I've written a letter to Daddy. Yeah, this gradient is working out. Trying to get kind of a lighter green, kind of a more yellowy golden green where it meets to kind of. Okay. Eyes are not happy. It's like a Boy George song, green, red, and gold. Yeah, it's very campy. I like it. I don't like the stinging sensation. Yeah, this blend is coming out really nice. This blue is not wanting to play nice with the other ones, but I think with a little bit more. The green. Edge of that. This blue has a tendency to go sheer more than the other ones. Do a little bit of dragging instead of just bouncing and see if that. Yeah, the blue, not quite as well behaved, but maybe we just need to add a little bit more. More is always better, right? Right? Maybe it just is one of those shades that needs the second coat. Maybe it needs like a wet sponge. Maybe this one really needs the wet sponge treatment to really just like behave. Before the blue is looking like a Bolivian flag. Yeah, it was looking really good. And this blue looks really nice with it until it starts to like when you just apply it and it's there and it's sitting there and it's blue and it's metallic and beautiful. But the minute you start like trying to blend, you start getting those like weird sponge lines. So maybe I'll try to hit it with the flat part so that it doesn't get the edge. Maybe that'll help. It's gonna be okay for a hot second. Wait, did you? I did put the gold on my eyelids again, and it did burn for a while. It has stopped burning now, which is good. Now let me get a little bit of red to mix in with this blue. Let's see if we can make something happen with this. Into the blue a little bit. I like this much better. There we go. Even with the sassy blue. Once I get the purple, look at that. She's cute. Yes, I have a Scarlet t-shirt, a Lady J, and a Baroness. I love my ladies of G.I. Joe. Not perfect, but I kind of like it. The pride mask I did for your collab this year. Yeah, I like this. And this is kind of what I want to do next week. Next week we're doing pastel. And I want to do kind of like a pastel ombre, but I was thinking about going diagonally. So starting like pink, peach, yellow, green, so that it's not just like this. Although I do like the kind of horizontal lines for the flag, but I thought it could be fun to do. You know what I'm gonna do? Besides get yet another, we're going through so many sponges, so many makeup wipes. I'm so sorry, Greta Thunberg. I'm doing my part to ruin the environment today, but these AI data centers are going to kill the planet long before me and my plastic consumption does. So Greta can just leave me the hell alone. I'm going to bring out my black foundation and we're just going to pretend that this Job of the Hut situation isn't here. And I'll just kind of like cover over the neck so that it's just kind of like a floating floating head. That sounds nice. It would be different and fun. Yeah. So excited for the pastel. Yeah, the pastels. Hello, Autumn. Yeah, I'm excited for the pastels too. I think it's going to be really cute. And I have an idea for the look to go with it. And the look is going to be much more planned out and much, hopefully, more effective than the look I tried to do with the earlier gold foundation. Oh, let's see if this is enough. I don't know. This poor thing. There we go. These glisten bottles are terrible. These glisten foundation bottles are just absolutely a wreck. I might need to mix up a little bit more of the purple just to do at the edge. But if I can get this all the way down to like where my t-shirt is, then I become like a floating rainbow head. It's not that good of a coverage, but yeah, it doesn't need to be perfect. I just want it to kind of. Hello, Tanya. How are you doing? I mean, this really shears out, which is probably fine. I would mostly only use this for like if I was contouring with like a purple or a blue, like I might pull this into contour. But when I'm just trying to cover my neck, I don't feel like this is giving me the sort of coverage that I need and deserve. But that's good enough. Scroll, didn't see what I scrolled. Hello, people saying hello. Having a big salad, don't tell George. Where'd you get your salad from, Tanya? I'm not buying any salad right now. That's that's not what I'm doing. Although I miss my crisp and green, I need to make a trip back to crisp and green at some point. I'm such a fan, and I'm excited for the fall to come around because I think their curry salad will come back around. So what a time walking barefoot in the storm yesterday from the parking lot into the restaurant. Made it in my kitchen. Well, that's good. Did you make it from bag salad or did you make it from? Because there's things happening in the world, Tanya. There's things happening in the world that are not good. In the world of bag salad. Let me grab a little bit of red. Just like a pump or two and a pump or two of blue. I'll be back to salads in a day or two with no lettuce. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Let's get some more purple mixed up here. Okay. And then let's go the black again. I'll use the other side of this. I just want this blue to look better. Why are you fighting me, blue? What's going on? What's happening in your life that you're just not satisfied in your current role and responsibilities? There we go. Sorry, I know I started ignoring the chat. I just like all of a sudden got obsessed with like the patchiness of that blue and was like, I can't stop until I love the look. It's so pretty. Well, hello, Cat's Corner. Nice to see you. Bagged from Kroger. I heard about it all, but luckily my colon is still in place. Well, that's good. Everybody's saying hello, hello. Help. Haven't had any in so long. I eat about 5, 6. Yeah, I love a good salad. I love a trip to Crisp and Green. I think that as I'm trying to like work on my financial responsibility, I'm like, I need to make cuts in other areas of my life so that I can go to Crisp and Green like 3 times a week. Like that just needs to be in the budget. Ugh, and now I'm just gonna finger bang it on and see if that helps. I don't know why. It just has to be patchy. There. Maybe just don't touch it. Don't touch anything else. Oh, Lily. No, he doesn't. And he won't get me if he did. If he does need me, well, needing things builds character. So it's never going to happen. Let's spray this shit down. Let's add some setting spray to this. There we go. Is this content me just like spraying myself with setting spray and then fanning myself? Aw. Are you in awe of this look? I can imagine because it's very beautiful, very prideful, very rainbow. I saw an old Alexis Vogel infomercial and their hair was gigantic. I bet it was. I haven't watched that yet, but I'm excited. I don't remember any other like makeup commercials. I mean, just like the generic commercials, but no like infomercial educational sort of tape kind of thing from that era. There we go. So here's kind of a fun little rainbow face. I like the way that it came out. I am glad that I decided on a second thing because I was feeling not so great about the creepy animatronic Baby Jane Hudson that we created. That was not my goal. And so let me bring down the hair. So we can have a little bit of, we can have some pink hair. I might even put on just a little bit of mascara just to make my eyes look like they have some sort of definition. know if anybody else's phones are doing this with Facebook, but I'm over it. My phone, so my friend Nanners sent me a message on Facebook, and like when somebody sends me a message, their little picture comes up and like it's hanging out on the edge of my screen for me to click into and see the message. And now if I don't check it like right away, like 10 minutes later, then my phone will get a message saying, Nanners sent this message. And I'm like, yeah, I fucking know. I'm looking at her face right now. Like she's on my phone. I've already got the notification. I don't need you to send me a separate notification that I got a message when the message is right there for me to click into. But let me see what Nanners did say. Just talking about Bismarck stuff. Bismarck stuff. So there is the look. Hello, Alex. Welcome back. This is the new and improved look. I don't know where you left in the process. It got real crazy and it was real scary. And so I decided to play around with doing a rainbow gradient. And here we are. So this is the look. Yeah. The blue is definitely the patchiest of the group. And I was like, oh, and the purple, but the purple is blue mixed with red. So I didn't have a separate metallic purple. So yeah, turned out kind of good. All right. Well, I think that's all we got. So if anybody has any suggestions, you can either leave them in the last bit of chat as we're going, or if you want to leave me a comment, if you want to come back to feed the algorithm and leave a comment, let me know your suggestions, your ideas for what I should do for Wednesday night live streams in August. Now, the first Wednesday of August, I probably will not be live. If I'm live, it'll be an impromptu, unscheduled thing because I am going on my yearly photo shoot road trip to Grandpa's Pool House to meet up with DCP Brooklyn Dirt Candy Productions. And we are going to do photos and stuff. And we are driving back on Wednesday. And I think we're leaving the pool house and we're probably going to go down to Bloomington and go to SR Harris, the fabric store, and then come home. And it's like a 5-hour drive home. So it's probably going to be, I don't know that, I don't want to have a live scheduled because I don't know what the travel is going to end up looking like. I don't know exactly when we'll get home. And, but for the other 3 Wednesdays in August, I want to have some sort of theme or plan. So if anybody has ideas, I'm percolating a couple things. Again, I would maybe like to do more like chatty stuff instead of all looks. Maybe I'll do some looks during the process of that. But this doing a look every single week with these colorful foundations has been wrecking my skin. So if I took a little bit of time off of doing weekly looks, that would probably be okay. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Knocking things off my table. All right. Do I have all the lids on? No, we don't. We're missing one. Where's the lid? Okay. There we go. Got everything gathered. All right. Let's see if I remember my outro. Thank you, everybody, for coming. If you were here in live chat, I would love it if you would circle back around. Leave a comment down below. Help me feed the beast. Help me feed the algorithm. Replay crew, we know you rock. So leave your thoughts down below on this look, on the first look, which was kind of tragic. Let me know all your thoughts down below. While you're down there, don't forget that you can give me that thumbs up to tell me that you appreciated this video. Or if you are like, girl, what was that crazy sleep paralysis demon you painted earlier? That was insane and I'm gonna have nightmares forever. Go ahead and give me that thumbs down. It is all engagement. The algorithm isn't a picky bitch, and neither am I. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, become part of the fam, and hit that bell icon and switch it to all so you'll be notified every time I go live or do an upload. I try really hard to make sure I have at least one video or live per week. And if you're very lucky, you might even get a bonus video. Ooh, rainbow-rific. If you'd like to chat, banter, or commiserate between uploads, all of my social media will be linked down in the description box below, including a link to my website. Just pretend it's there, The World of Champagne at janessaj.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate all of you. Thank you, Tiara. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you. But yeah, so this is it. I'm going to take a few pictures. I'm going to keep pictures of this because I do like the way this turned out. And yeah, so I'll take some pictures and until I see you again, bye. All right. The awkward shutting down of the